first, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Born and raised in Arkansas. I've been an attorney in Arkansas for 27 years. I grew up in Conway, went to college at Harding University, and then went to law school in Little Rock. Began my career at the Arkansas Attorney General's office, and then I went into private practice where I've worked for DHS, and then, let me back up. Worked for the Arkansas Attorney General's office for 5 years, and then I went to work for DHS for 3 years, handling their foster care cases, and then I went into private practice in about 2013, where I've been in private practice ever since.
Okay, and why do you think you're the right person for this job?
That's a great question. I believe judges should follow the law, protect the vulnerable, and hold wrongdoers accountable. And those have been the principles that have guided me throughout my career, and I believe those are the principles that I would bring to the bench.
What are some of the cases you would be taking up with this position?
Great question. This new division is designed to handle criminal and civil, probate, and domestic relations cases. So the administrative order does not exist yet to decide how many of those cases exist, but it will be a mixture of felony cases for criminal, divorce and custody for domestic relations, guardianship and adoptions for probate, and then your civil cases would be negligence, breach of contract, those kind of cases.
And tell me about your background that would make it so you'd be able to handle these cases.
I have handled all those kind of cases. In fact, I've litigated all types of cases in Benton County Circuit Court. When I was at the Attorney General's office in Little Rock, I was responsible for enforcing the Tobacco Master Settlement Agreement. Like I said, at DHS, I was responsible for foster care cases, so I've done juvenile. And in private practice, I've handled all sorts of cases.
And I know one thing with these new positions being opened up right now is just a backlog of cases. How would you be able to handle that backlog of cases?
Well, this will be a newly created division, so there's really no docket for it just yet, but it will be helping out some of the other judges who, are, like to your point, are kind of overcrowded on their dockets. So day one, we'll have an influx of new cases coming in, but I'm ready to hit the ground running day one and work hard to make sure that we get those cases through the system in a timely manner.
I was going to ask that, are you confident you can get through those cases in a timely and efficient manner?
Absolutely, absolutely. I really believe in working hard and working efficiently, and justice delayed is justice denied. And so we have to move these cases along and get them to resolution.
Just going to give you the floor now. Anything else you'd like to add about yourself, why the position, your background, anything you feel like you just want to tell us about yourself?
I would just say that I'm not running to be somebody. I'm not the kind of person who, once elected, suddenly feels like I'm better than the people who elected me. I really believe that judges are there to serve the people and not the other way around.